On Friday, August the 21st, 1885, our founder, the Reverend Dr. Charles Thomas Walker, was called at the age of 27. This was to establish what later would become one of the most prominent African American churches in the Southeast. Although quite young, Reverend Dr. Walker had an established reputation as a soul-stirring evangelist, first through his pastorship of First Baptist Church of LaGrange, Georgia, and secondly through his travels across the state. In the 1880s, he was invited to pastor Central Avenue Baptist Church here in Augusta, and unknowingly stepped into an ongoing feud between the former pastor, Reverend Henry Jackson, and some of the congregants. The story is told that the feud began when Reverend Jackson proposed a raise for the church organist.
The Jacksonites in Central African Church were the people who favored Reverend Henry Jackson's decision to give the raise to the organist. And it seemed like a matter of a little favoritism because the organist was Reverend Jackson's daughter. With the Jacksonites most likely winning the battle, they remain at Central African Baptist, but the Ramrackers choose to form Beulah Baptist Church. And they meet at the now historic Union Baptist Church, which is a young congregation itself, as a daughter church of Springfield Baptist Church.
On August 23, 1885, the name was changed to Tabernacle Baptist Church. The membership at the time was 310. Tabernacle sold their first property on Ellis Street and purchased the site at the corner of Harrison and Gwinnett Street, now C.S. Hamilton Way and Laney Walker Boulevard. In 1915, construction was completed on the magnificent edifice. The Reverend Dr. C.T. Walker, a brilliant young man, made his reputation as a pulpit orator and sound theologian, a soul-winning evangelist, and a resourceful pastor. During his 14 years of service at Tabernacle, records show that more than 2,000 souls have been converted and more than 1,400 baptized. In 1899, Reverend Dr. Walker resigned as pastor of Tabernacle to accept the pastorate of Mount Olivet Baptist Church in New York City. Reverend Silas X. Floyd, who served 2 years, superseded Reverend Dr. Walker. However, in 1901, Reverend Dr. Walker returned to serve as pastor of Tabernacle Baptist Church and remained a glowing 20-year period. On July 29, 1921, Reverend Dr. C.T. Walker died and was buried at the church in the shadows of the magnificent spires. Over the next 12 years, the following succeeding pastors assumed the cause of ministering the church and the community: Reverend Dr. Silas X. Floyd, Reverend Dr. W.R. Mack, Reverend Dr. D.F. Thompson, Reverend I.J. Yancey, and Reverend Leander A. Pinkston. In February 1946, Reverend A. Leon Lowry was called to pastor Tabernacle. Under his leadership, much progress was made, and the C.T. Walker Chapel was dedicated. He resigned in 1955 to accept a pastorate in Tampa, Florida.